Hey guys, what is up today? This is Dalsoo for Dalsoo Plays, starting a brand new Let's Play series today. It's my favorite day because I get to start fresh and I haven't screwed up yet, haven't made any mistakes, and there's no way to criticize me based on the opening screen. We are coming fresh off of our Duskers Let's Play, and we had a little bit of trouble there. We did not do it successfully, spoiler alert. We're going to do a Season 2 of Duskers at some point in the future, but I thought I would retreat back into familiarity a little bit with a Darkest Dungeons run. Now this is the same kind of game as Duskers. It's what you'd call a roguelike, where your characters will die and then you don't get to go back and load up a save and make them live. No, if they die, they die. The game saves everything that you do as you do it, and there's no going back. So mistakes will be made and characters will die, but at least I know what's going on in this game. I've played through this game several times. I don't think I've ever gotten all the way to the end because it does get insanely hard once you start having the boss fights to deal with. So this is Darkest Dungeons. If you're not familiar with the game at all, it's kind of a turn-based dungeon crawling combat simulator in which you have like a whole bevy of heroes that you control, and they level up and you give them new armor and abilities and stuff like that, and you have to make important decisions as you go along the way about how to upgrade them and where to allocate your resources and things like that. It's also unique because your characters suffer stress. I mean, imagine that you're going down into a deep dark dungeon and there are weird skeletons with meat cleavers trying to kill you. Of course, you're going to have some stress. So this game accurately represents that, and if your characters get too stressed out, they kind of go crazy and they do weird, unpredictable things, and you can't really control them. So there are several ways you can make them de-stress, like gambling and hookers. Yes, you can put them in a brothel for a night. You can also have them for the more I can't say this word. For the holier characters, you can put them in the sanctuary where they can pray or flagellate themselves to relieve their stress. Very, very interesting mechanic and a very, very great, well-made, fun-to-play game that I thoroughly enjoy. Now, I can't promise you that we're going to be successful here because this game is seriously challenging, as I said, and we almost are guaranteed to lose some of our characters. We're guaranteed to die several times, and you're just expected to kind of make the best out of a bad situation. This is a game that throws challenges at you from the very beginning, okay? So we're going to go ahead and create a new game here. We're going to call it Darkest Dalsoo. Okay, here we are starting out on the first kind of tutorial level called the Old Road. And we start with two heroes. Now these heroes are always the same. You have a highwayman who's kind of a ranged slash backstabbing guy, and then you have a crusader. He's like a tanky holy warrior. They have various abilities and skills, but we're not going to get into those just yet. I have renamed the characters after our subscribers. Noanis is that how you say it? That's the highwayman, and Marin is the crusader. I'm going to try to name all of my heroes after subscribers, although I only have 8 subscribers as of right now, so we may have to come up with some as we go on. But these guys also are going to have quirks. Quirks are things that are strange or unique about them, and they have various effects on gameplay. Like Noanis here has a hard noggin, which makes him very hard to stun, and quick reflexes, which gives him extra speed. Extra speed is just kind of initiative, so he may be able to go first in some situations. But he's also a known cheat, so he's not allowed to gamble in order to de-stress in the town, so we have to find another way to de-stress him. He's not allowed in the casino. You can see his stats here. He's got kind of lowish HP, but not bad. He can dodge fairly well. No protection points. I think that's maybe something new that they've added since last time I played. He's got good speed because of his modifier. Doesn't have any accuracy modifier. He has a 5% chance to crit, and his damage is 5 to 10. A lot of these stats are based off of these items here. You can also put trinkets on your various characters that do different things. Over here you can see all of his skills, his resistances. We're going to go into depth about the skills as we play. I'm not going to go through them all right now. But let's check Marin's stats and quirks. He's a warrior of light, so he does 10% damage if the torch is above 75. Here you can see the torch. We'll go into that later. God-fearing, he can only pray for stress relief. He can't gamble, he can't buy whores, he can't flagellate, he can only pray. And wouldn't you know it, he's a kleptomaniac. He also likes to steal things. So I think this quirk is actually a little bit annoying because you'll find some treasure and then it'll go missing because Marin has pocketed it. Okay, various skills and stuff. His stats look pretty good. He's tanky, so he's got 33 max HP, 5 dodge. Protection is 0%. Speed is very, very low because he's a tank. No accuracy modifier, 5 to crit. Higher damage, especially because the torch. So here's the torch, and basically this goes down as you move. It gets darker and darker and darker, and the darker it gets, the more challenging the game gets, and also the more stress your characters get. We want to keep this high. We keep this high by activating torches. We don't have any torches right now. All we have is a little bit of food. The characters do need to eat once in a while, and it helps to heal them. So let's jump into it. I've done quite a lot of talking here. But this first mission is short and sweet. It just kind of introduces you to the basics of the game. So we're going to want to move here because it's the only place we can move.
Run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
We get a little flavor text there, a flavor voiceover, actually. All right, so here's our first enemy.
In brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
He is dodged. Okay, so yeah, I don't need the tutorial. So he already went. This, I believe, this little tick here, something they added not too long ago, lets you know who still has a turn. Okay, so it's my turn with no Anis to attack. Now, several things to consider when I'm choosing. First and most important is position. Okay, I can't use some of these skills because I'm not in the right position, or the enemy is not in the right position. See how this enemy here is in front? He doesn't have anyone behind him, so I cannot use this shot on him. As you can see, the little I can't move my mouse down there, but you can see the little dot is not red. Okay, so I have two choices here. I can open his vein, which is accuracy base 85, and it does less damage than normal, but it can make him bleed, which will damage him for several turns. You also need to consider his resistance to bleeding. He has a 20% resistance, which is nothing really. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And we did good damage, solid damage, and we got the bleed. So he's going to do 2 damage just every round for 3 rounds. That's enough to actually kill him, even doing nothing else. But we don't want him to attack us again, because there's not an easy way to heal in this game. So you want to avoid getting attacked any chance you can get. So we are going to try probably to stun him. I have this stunning blow here that the Crusader Marin does quite well. So we have a lot less damage on that. See how it says negative 67 damage? But this guy does not have great stun resistance. He's got 25, so it is possible for him to resist. But it looks like we've stunned him and also done 5 damage, meaning he's going to bleed out and die.
Does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
When we loot him, we get 50 gold. 50 gold is not enough to do almost anything with, but it's the first fight and it was an easy fight. So now we have an object we can loot, and sometimes you'll find good things, sometimes you'll find things that are not so good.
There is much to be
Found 100 gold. I will not complain about 100 gold. I keep talking over this guy, but he's a little bit annoying. Okay, so oops, so you just saw he got a little bit of stress just from being here. And I think that completes the mission. No, we have one boss fight here.
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner
I called him a boss, but this guy's not really a boss.
Welcome.
I keep having to interrupt this guy's narration here. It doesn't do that the whole game. It's just doing it for right now. Our light is getting a little bit low. You can see it's dim light, so our stress is easier to come by, basically. That's why he got stress. You can see his stress down here. He's not in danger of being upset. Not yet. Now, the first thing I do want to do is probably get this guy bleeding, because he's a bit tanky. You can see he's got 35 health. It's going to take quite a little bit of effort to take him down. It looks like we have 5 to 9 and 5% to crit, 85% chance to hit with the bleed. So let's go ahead and do that. He has a 20% bleed resistance. So we got the bleed. That's excellent. And we did pretty much our maximum damage. So that was good. Now, what I could do, several things. Actually, Zealous Accusation would be good if this guy wasn't so big. He's actually 2 characters wide. So I have this attack, Zealous Accusation, that damages the first 2 enemies. Except in this case, because this guy is 2 enemies wide, it won't actually hit 2 people. It'll just hit him, and it won't do any extra damage. In fact, it is a negative 40% damage mod, so we don't want to do that. Stunning Blow is tempting, but big guys like this tend to have a high stun resistance, 50%. I don't think that stun would be very effective. So I think I'm going to do a Smite. A Smite has no damage reduction, so he does his full damage. However, it's usually best used against Unholy. You can see plus 15 damage versus Unholy. These guys are not Unholy. They're just, I guess, humanoids, you might say. So let's go ahead and whack him good. 8 damage is not too bad. We are going to get countered here now. Okay, so he did some pretty good damage, and also he did a knockback. That means the position of my character has been reversed, and that has some effects on gameplay. Like, I can't shoot anymore because when I'm in the front, I can't shoot. Not that I really wanted to shoot anyway. I think I'll just do another bleed on him. You can stack the bleed sometimes. So now he does 4 damage per round for 3 turns, and we got a miss. That's very fortunate. So we may be able to kill this guy. Our damage is 6 through 12, 80% chance to hit. So I'd say we have a pretty good chance of killing him. Not quite, but the bleed should finish the job. Yep. Okay, great.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Now, this is new actually. The round. You can see what round it is. That's a new feature, I believe. All right, this guy should be fairly easy to take out. Yeah, nothing special to worry about there, except if we don't hit him, we won't be able to kill him. See, he's in the front, so being in the front, I don't think he has as much ability to do damage. Usually, people with guns have to be in the back in order to do full damage. I think I'd like to stun him if possible, because I don't want to get shot anymore. Yeah, okay, he's stunned, so he's going to miss his turn. And I'll see if I can get him bleeding again. Okay, so we're in pretty good shape now. He's going to miss his turn because he was stunned. And hopefully be able to finish him off. We have a 73% chance to hit it. Alright. Look, we lost some stress. Sometimes when you do something really good, your characters actually lose stress. And we got quite a lot of useful stuff here, but it's actually not that useful because the mission is over. And you can't... Yeah, okay, we can't carry that stuff through. Alright, I would like to grab this chest before I do anything. It's trapped. What is my resistance to traps? Okay, Noanis has a higher resistance to traps, so I'm going to let him try to... He resisted it. It looks like there was nothing inside. Is that right? Okay then, well, we're going to go ahead and finish the quest. So we don't get to carry our supplies like from mission to mission. Like, say, if you have torches left over, you just lose them. What you're after is gold. Gold makes everything in this game go round. It's the most important resource by far. So just by completing the quest, the tutorial, the game hands you 5,000 coins, which is going to be very, very useful getting started out. And also, we found a little bit of gold as we were moving around, so we got 175 on top of that, which is not much. But every little bit helps. On top of that, you have another resource, which are heirlooms. You have these kind of busts here, paintings, scrolls, and also family crests. Now, every mission, you sometimes, not every mission, but you definitely get quirks added onto your characters. First of all, you get experience points, right? So we are level 1 now. Both of these guys are level 1. And as you level up, your characters become more resistant to stress and are able to get different items and things like that. We also got a new quirk on Noanis. He's a Warren Scrounger, excuse me. So the Warrens are an area that you go into later on, and if you have special perks to help you in the Warrens, then things go a lot easier. So scouting chance is good. I'll explain scouting as we go on. Not necessary right now. Now we are out of the action and we're going to our...
Such as it is.
I'll let you listen.
This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now. And you are bound to them.
Okay, so we're back home. The whole story is you had a really prestigious family and they kind of got corrupted by something. I'm not going to give any spoilers here, but the family's been ruined and you're coming back home to find everything just totally like gothic and sad. Alright, so you get a little update every week. The ruins have been unlocked. Noanise and Marin are both level 1. That's great, okay? So you have some quests that you have to do. There's a lot of them. It takes a long time to get through this game. Okay, I'm going to stop right there because this has gone on a little long. And at the beginning of the next video, I'm going to go through the steps that you need to kind of get established here, because the whole goal is to like rebuild everything and get it all going. These are things that you can use to upgrade, things you can use to get new equipment and such, and hire new heroes. We're going to go all into that. But for now, that's the first video, so let's end it there. This has been Dalsoo for Dalsoo Plays, and I'll see you next time.